Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Emily, and today we are working outside of my home. Usually I'm on the inside, but I wanted to work on some things on the outside, and I actually filmed these clips over a few different times, spread out when I had a chance to get them done. So we're going to start up here in our front flower bed, which looked like this back in April, and I call it a flower bed, but it's actually only has a few bushes in it. There's actually no flowers. Sometimes I do put flowers in it, but we hadn't mulched it in a few years, so it definitely needed some fresh mulch added to it. Back in April, Lowe's had mulch on sale for only $2 a bag, so I got it while it was on sale because it always takes so much mulch to cover up these spaces in these flower beds, and that price really adds up really fast, so I wanted to get it on sale. But once the mulch was added and the bushes were trimmed up, it looked so much better. The next space that I worked on is over here on the side of our deck. The bushes have been there ever since we moved in, but I did add a lot of the other plants over the years, and I've just kind of transplanted them from other parts of the yard and just kind of put them in one spot. And I just cannot wait until they are all blooming and we start seeing lots of color over here. I did make a mistake when I was putting down this mulch. I should have used some sort of a weed barrier product before I added the mulch to this flower bed. I don't ever get weeds in the front flower bed, but this one over here by the deck has a lot of weeds and a lot have just popped up since laying the mulch down. So it's not a huge deal. I just go through and I pick them when I can, but I've learned my lesson for next time. Being outside, having the birds chirping, just getting my hands dirty in the dirt and touching the plants and all of that is one of my favorite hobbies. It's so calming and it just really helps me appreciate the beauty of God's creation. This is over a month later, and as you can see, my plants have gotten a lot bigger since April. I love how they are just filling in the flower bed and just taking up space and just getting so much bigger. So over in this corner, I have a couple of bushes that are called Rose of Sharon, and I trimmed them way back the first year. I actually trimmed them too far back the first year that we moved in, and they never bounced back. So each year, less and less of the bush blooms. So I decided this year that I would just cut off the dead branches and then see if some of the new growth at the bottom of the bushes would start to take off. Last year, I took down the deck skirting in order to stain the whole deck. That's a project that I worked on for an entire month, staining the deck. And so the deck skirting had been sitting underneath of our deck, and they'd gotten really dirty and just had a lot of leaves and dirt on them from summer, fall, winter, and spring. So I worked on scrubbing the skirting down, and then I put them back up. It was kind of like a puzzle piece, trying to figure out where they all went because I did not mark them. But I finally figured out where each one went and got those all put back where they were supposed to go on the deck. And of course, my son wanted to help me. So whenever I bring out power tools, he is all hands on deck to help. Another area I hope to tackle was my deck space, but I was only able to start with the picnic table. So we're going to have a part 2 where I finish the deck, but for now I just washed down the picnic table. As you can tell, it was really dirty, just had a lot of dirt caked on it from sitting there over the last year. So I was able to get it mostly clean. It's not perfect, but it's much better, and we can finally use it again. So this is going to be just part 1 of my outdoor space. I hope to get some plants soon and add some more color and just finishing up in my flower beds, and then also cleaning up the deck and getting that set up so that we can use it better this summer. So there will be a part 2 coming, not going to be the next video, but it will be coming soon. So be on the lookout for that one eventually. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.